Welcome to BlackScreenStories. My name is Austin. If you know me, you know that our house had a little intercom system for the garage. As I mentioned in the last story where I got the chin stitches, I mentioned how we had a detached garage where it had a little intercom system that it was just you plug into the wall and it kind of like used radio waves between the two. Press one, say, hey, person in garage, I need to tell you something. Person in garage has one, they hit the button, go, hey, what's up? We mostly used it to let our father know that, hey, dinner's ready, because, me and my brother didn't really want to run all the way to the garage, say, hey, dinner's ready, and then run all the way back. So we just used the intercom system. It was very effective. Since me and my brother were aware of this, we would sometimes just use it to talk to our father in the garage. Be like, hey, Dad, can we go to this, like, so-and-so's house, or do you mind if so-and-so comes over? So this day, this was post-stitches, still single digits in age. My brother was joking around saying, hey, I'm going to give you a wedgie. And me being a kid, I'm like, I don't want one of those. Even as an adult, I still don't want one. So that stuck with me. But I'm like, I don't want one of those. So I'm running away from him. My brother's chasing me around our house, and we just have like a pretty small ranch house, so there's not a lot to run around. And me being a bright kid, I decide to get on the intercom system and scream, help, 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 to let my father know, hey, my brother's chasing me, and he's going to give me a wedgie. I don't want that. So I would like you to come in here to tell him, hey, older brother, don't do that to Austin. That's not what happened. What happened is eventually my brother, like literally a few seconds later, my brother's kind of like, I got bored of it, so he stopped. So we're now just relaxing, watching TV, and my dad comes in, and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, what? He's like, you were calling for help on intercom. I'm like, oh, yeah, brother was going to give me a wedgie. So I didn't want that. And Dad's like, you can't just scream help on an intercom. I was just busy telling my friend in the garage about how great my kids are, and you screamed for help, and I came running in here. And I'm thinking, well, no, you didn't, because it has been a few minutes. There's clear difference in time frame between when I asked for help and when you arrived. The garage isn't that far. I don't know, it was just kind of funny. And eventually, we all got cell phones anyway. Well, this was almost like a decade later. So I guess that really doesn't matter. Eventually, the intercom kind of got obsolete just from it stopped working. Hit Tobias. Yep, yeah, you too. And I don't even live there anymore, so it's not like it really matters. Plus, we have phones now. We can just call each other if we need something. Yeah, I always remember that day where I called for help from my father. It took him a bit before he actually got inside. So if there actually was danger and we need his help, me and my brother probably would have been kidnapped. Or worse. Yeah, if you hear your kids calling for help, go faster. I honestly don't know what my father was doing. I don't know who his friend was that was over. I didn't even know he had someone over. Neither did my brother at the time. Yeah, I called for help. He showed up a lot later. And by then it was like there was no problem. Good times. He did say, hey, don't scream help over the intercom. And even as a kid, I'm like, yeah, that was a stupid idea. But it was fun. Yeah, you enjoy this video. See you next time. Since me and my brother were very aware of this, sometimes we would just use it to talk to our dad in the garage. Be like, hey, Dad, is it okay if I go... Oh, there's that spring! Oh, the best part is that the recording has... whoever's listening to this has no context. All right, quick context. I have a Model 1897 trench gun. I had one. I lost it in a boating accident. And the underbarrel was not really working too well. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it apart, kind of like field strip it, see if I can get the underbarrel moving, clean it up. Because it hasn't been clean in a long time. Just need to grease it up and all that. So I got the underbarrel off, and I go to take off the cap for it. And it opens, and there's a spring in that side. So I hear a spring sound. I was looking all over. I couldn't find the spring. I finally found it just by looking over. I guess this is going to be a mini bonus episode. Or mini bonus story to the main story. That I'll just add at the end. Because I'm not going to put this in the middle. Problem is, I don't even remember what I said Something about the intercom. That's all I know. Oh, that's... At least I know where it is now. That's hilarious. Okay. Spring. No. Intercom.